We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Hey, yay. Hey, yay. We all gathered here to discuss possible split between Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy. This could spell real trouble in a real way for Oscar De La Hoya. I do believe he makes a strong case. Ryan just dropped a bombshell. In this video, I will cover what he said. I will allow you to be the judge and hear it with your own ears. What does this mean for Oscar De La Hoya and his company, Golden Boy Promotions? Especially after what Ryan had to say. So that is what I will talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Golden Boy, Golden Boy, Golden Boy. Where do I really even start, right? Ryan is getting ready for the Mario Barrios fight. Personally, I think it will probably deliver. I mean, you got two Mexican Americans, Ryan Garcia, the bigger name, Barrios, the champion, the bigger frame. So we got the bigger name and the bigger frame clashing head to head. It should be good. And for me, I feel like Barrios always comes to fight. I offhand can't recall a Mario Barrios fight where I was like, man, I'm having a problem staying awake because this Barrios fight is putting me to sleep. He's not even. Fabian Maidana fight, fun to watch. Abel Ramos fight, fun to watch. Now, it hasn't happened yet, but I do believe the Ryan fight will be fun to watch, right? This is Barrios, 29-2. Let's see, we fought. Pacquiao, that was a draw. Fun fight. Yordenis Ugas. Ugas was down in rounds 2 and 12. Almost got stopped. Keith Thurman was a fun fight to watch. Gervonta Davis, fun fight to watch. Cowboy Carl, he knocked him out. Akhmedov, I was at that fight. That was a dangerous fight. Barrios' eye was like out to here. So the point being, Barrios, he really comes to fight. Now, I told you that Ryan said something that could change the whole trajectory of things regarding his career. And really, you guys all need to hear it.
What's your relationship like with Oscar now?
I mean, it's just very cordial.
Yeah. You're not with Golden Boy?
I am currently, but after this fight, I'll be sort of a free agent.
Now, I just let you listen to it. I'm not sure what Ryan means when he said, I'll be sort of a free agent, right? If you guys know specifically what that means, let me know in the comment section. But he's speaking to Steiny, and he's like, you're not with Golden Boy, are you? And he was like, I am right now. My relationship with Oscar is core. But pay attention to Ryan Garcia. He kind of low-key paused when he was asked about Golden Boy. And part of my job, and this is why we get it right over here, is Facts are facts. I'm always facts based. I try to look at the evidence, but I do mix in a bit of my own personal judgment or gut feeling or intuition, if you will. Sometimes even in the fight, I have premonitions about who will win, all types of stuff. So I can be I really tap into my animalistic side and my animal instinct. I believe we have instincts for a reason, so I choose to use mine. And usually, more often than not, it works out for me. So you got to listen to what people are saying, the body language, the stuttering, the pauses, and kind of go with what you know. And for me, I feel like the wording, the verbiage, the pausing, and the overall, how are you and Oscar De La Hoya doing? Simple question, right? And he's like, we're cordial. For me, this is just my intuition. But for me, that sounds a little bit soft, like you're keeping it PC. We're cordial. Like that for me, like my homies, my day ones, my aces, if somebody were to ask me what's your relationship with my day ones, I'm not finna say, oh, we're cool, we're cordial. I'll be like, that's my homie. You know what I mean? Like, I would be more amped up. I would be more vocal. So that again, I'm going off what he's saying, but I'm also going off the presentation, the body language. If you watch the interview, he's like playing with his mouth, and like it almost looks like an uncomfortable question.
What's your relationship like with Oscar now?
I mean, it's just very cordial. Very just
Yeah.
chill.
I mean, and he's got his arms crossed and stuff. So for me, the body language didn't sound that good. Pausing, yeah. I mean, it's cool. It don't sound like you want to be there. Let's be real. Listen again.
One.
Yeah, it
So
was very.
McGregor's a.
Let's listen again. It don't sound like you want to be there.
What's your relationship like with Oscar now?
I mean, it's just very.
Because actually, if you listen again, he started to say, "I don't know." He's like, I don't, it's pretty cordial. That don't give me confidence. If it give you confidence, then it give you confidence. But that don't give me no confidence. The way he talking.
What's your relationship like with Oscar now?
I mean, it's just very cordial. Very just
Yeah.
chill.
You're not with Golden Boy.
I am currently, but after this fight, I'll be sort of a free agent.
I am currently, but after this fight, I'll be sort of a free agent. Now, your boy Ego, I do my homework. I don't just get on here, we unpack, coming to you live. I don't just get on here and bump gums. Everything I do, I'll be one taking first of all, I'm the best in the business and it's not even close. No one even close to competing. I get on here, I could do 30-minute, an hour, no mess ups, no bloopers, no takes, straight to the face like this video. You know that. A lot of people in this content creation space, people want to rush and put out shorts and like small videos. They got bloated intros and outros because they need the filler. I came in, I didn't have much of an intro, and I got straight to the chicken. I got straight to the bag for the boxing fans. If you like my style, straight, blunt, raw, uncut, to the point, then you'll fit right in here, Ego's Army. But the way Ryan is responding right here does not give me faith. A little bit of hesitation, a little bit of stuttering. If you can see the video, which I'm not going to show for copyright reasons, his facial expression, I'm like he had a thing. It's not a tough question, right? It's not like he asked you to do his calculus homework or trigonometry or something. Pretty easy. Are you with De La Hoya? And he like, I don't know. Yeah, we're cool. We're cordial. To me, that don't sound like something you would say if the relationship was better. Now, we also know And I tell you, I'm super researching these videos. I just make it look easy. But this is not the first time where Ryan has kind of made this declaration. He did a stream for the Barrios fight where he was live streaming and he was claiming that it's his last fight with Golden Boy. Now, Oscar, we're going to get to it. Stay tuned to the end of this video. We're going to get to the Oscar side, but that could definitely spell trouble for Oscar De La Hoya. And at the end of this video, I'll kind of wrap it up and let you know the potential problems for Oscar De La Hoya. But I know for a fact, I've seen Ryan Garcia talk about this is his last fight with Golden Boy. And then now you have a brand new interview that just premiered, and he's pretty much reiterating that, saying it again. It's sort of my last fight. So I don't know what's going on with Golden Boy, but this does not look good to me.
What's your relationship like with Oscar now?
I mean, it's just very cordial. Very just
Yeah.
chill.
You're not with Golden Boy.
I am currently, but after this fight, I'll be sort of a free agent.
Okay. And then for our boy Barrios, what's the fight prediction there?
I mean, I told everybody that I did my last interview with, I see 8, 9, or 10.
Really?
Yeah.
So going the distance.
No, that's not going. This is brother.
Well, is it?
12
Oh, it's
round
12
fight.
rounds, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A knockout in the 8, 9,
Yeah,
or 10.
yeah.
Isn't that more rare?
Well, you'll see.
That's just when you're feeling it.
I don't know. We'll see.
What?
You said a prediction.
Okay.
That's called a prediction.
Most people like to say, "Yo, first or second round."
Yeah.
First
What
or
if
second round.
what if he's manager or somebody on?
Bro, sidebar. This new generation is chopped. You got people who, like, you know me. I ain't never hated on the youth just for no reason. I'm pointing out the flaws that I see, right? But this generation is chopped. You got people, right, where they amass this following and they get the impressions, they get the looks, which leads to income and revenue. And now people are willing to collaborate with you, right? Oh, you do 1 million live stream views a month or episode or whatever. So people are willing to work with you at that point. I get it. Not mad at that. But the more I keep watching these Gen Z type of live streams where they have a boxer on, it truly shows me that a lot of these people, and this is my honest opinion, they're not really professional, right? They're not like, I get it that the internet and podcasts has kind of like supplemented and taken over maybe like late night talk shows, but I come from a better generation, bro. Arsenio Hall, David Letterman, even before my time, like Johnny Carson and Jay Leno and Conan O'Brien, Chelsea Lately, whoever, all these people are significantly better. The reason being is they act like true hosts, and I feel like they get a good Keenan Ivory Wayans. Y'all sleep on him. My boy Keenan, low down dirty, even like his brother Keenan, right? Low down dirty, even. He had a show, the Keenan Ivory Wayans show. And if you go watch it, there's a classic. He had some really good guests and good interaction. He had Diddy and he had Mike Tyson on the same show. Go YouTube it. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because go watch these new streamers when they have a guest, and then go watch like the old Arsenio Halls or whatever. There's an episode of Arsenio Hall where woo, 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 woo. The boy Arsenio had Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, and I believe Muhammad Ali all on the same show, right? Go watch that and then go listen to this Ryan Garcia interview. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because I keep seeing boxers go to these streamers to do like pre-fight or post-fight interviews, and it's clear these people, they're not even researching. The man just said that Ryan said, I believe I'll get Barrios 8th, ninth, or 10th. That's 3 rounds. And then the host is talking about, oh, so it goes the distance. If he gave you 3 different rounds, how on earth would your response be like, he can go the distance? If it had, like, it doesn't even make sense. Even if you thought it was a 10 rounder, right? Let's say, you should know, first of all, and this is just me being a boxing head, you should know that championship boxing fights used to be 15 rounds, but in more modern times, they're 12 rounds. If you're real to the point where you're gonna have a boxing guest on your show, you should at least know that. That's like surface level stuff. Current boxing 12 rounders for most title fights, which the Barrios fight is, if you did any research. The man said he sees it in the 8th, 9th, and 10th round, and the guy was like, oh, so it's gonna go the distance? It don't even make sense.
Something like that probably may never happen again. And also because there's stage in there.
I mean, I told everybody that I did my last interview with, I see 8, 9, or 10.
Really?
Yeah.
So going the distance.
No, that's not going. This is brother.
Well, is it? 12 it's 12.
He said that's not going the distance. Like, how do you not know that, bro? And another recent, and I'm talking about like back to back. If these streamers didn't keep having boxers on back to back, maybe if it was spaced out, I wouldn't noticed it. But I noticed it because it's back to back. You just seen Terrence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson. They went to Aiden Ross, right? And then it's funny because just like Steiny, the Aiden Ross one, he was telling Shakur that he wanted Teofimo to win. Why don't you get Tio, the loser, the one that lost to Shakur every round and got dominated? Why you even have Shakur, a African American fighter, and an African American, his pupil, big bro, Terrence Bud Crawford, if you like Tio so much to the point that you vocalize that? You know what I mean? Oh, I bet against you, man. And then Crawford was like, I don't really mess with Tio because he was saying stuff about my community, about my people. And then the Aiden Ross dude was like, yo, did you provoke it? Did you say something in that same lane against him? Like, why would you jump straight there? Why would that be your first inclination that they had to antagonize Teofimo for him to say some dumb stuff about black people? Mind-boggling. So you told Shakur that you bet against him and you wanted Teofimo to win. You question if the 2 black guests you had, Crawford and Shakur, had some way initiated Teofimo's race-related rant, right? You told Shakur that boxing is basically inferior to the UFC, and the UFC is much better, which then, if you look at Shakur, he gonna hold it down for his sport. He was like, nah, you lying. And he was like, tell Ilya Taporia to come box me and blah, 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 which then escalated to Joaquin Buckley talking ish, and I've already made videos about it, to Crawford and saying what he would do in a street fight if him and Shakur ran the head up fade. All this from going on the show and being asked these type of questions, right? Now, this dude, he's not doing as bad. He's not instigating like maybe Aiden Ross. And even Aiden Ross is like, why you have brand risk boxing if you like UFC so much? But the Steiny dude, he asking about Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. These dudes keep talking about UFC. Why do you have boxers on your show to keep talking about the UFC? And again, I don't know what your target audience is. That's your metrics and your numbers. But what's the point of having a boxer on your show if the whole conversation is about a different sport that they don't compete in? That's what I'm saying. This generation is chopped. You never really see this with seasoned vet. I never seen Jay Leno or, like I said, Arsenio Hall when he had Mike Tyson, right, and Sugar Ray Leonard and these boxing goats, right? You had them all on your show. That would be like asking them about cornhole or some golf. Why you keep asking boxers about golfing? Ego rant over. It's just I'm noticing it a lot lately. These boxers they're trying to get exposure, so they keep running to these streamers, and these streamers, Roger Mayweather was right. He has a timeless quote. Most mother F don't know ish about boxing. And this is, to me, is proof, because the line of questioning is silly. They would randomly fit in Dana White and UFC. Why are we asking boxers about that?
I don't know. We'll see.
What?
You said a prediction.
Okay.
That's called a prediction.
Most people like to say, yo, first or second round.
Yeah.
Most people like to say first or second round. This is like utterly casual. For me, why would you say first or second round? What are you talking about? Most people want to say that. Why would you say first or second round when you're fighting Barrios? He's bigger than you. You don't think you're going to knock him out in the first round. He's tough, right? You know what I mean? So that was a weird comment.
What if his manager or somebody on his team, when you're driving to the arena, they throw those spikes on the road and you get into an accident? Will you still fight?
Like, what is up with these questions? And this is where boxers are turning to for exposure.
Could fight through that.
The man said, what if they put tire spikes down? His manager, I don't know whatever he was talking about, bro. You run over tire spikes? Like, what is this, a police chase? What are we talking about, bro? Like you OJ in the white Bronco.
If I'm not hurt, yeah.
Yeah, your legs are all broken and contorted.
Oh.
Like your leg is behind your head.
No, I was...
Have you seen Viral Flooring?
That's my manager.
He can only say like 3 fucking words.
He got a lot of money. Show the money.
Yeah, you want to show him the money?
Bro, I can't. Anyway, so I don't get too sidetracked because these interviews are just terrible. But anyway, you heard it from Ryan. Ryan just told you that it's his last fight with Golden Boy. Now, I told you to follow with me. We had to get through the rants. We had to get through the topic and the information. But we're here now. I always circle it back, right? And for me, this is concerning for Oscar De La Hoya. It really is. You lost Canelo. I was born ready. Baby, you want, baby, I know that, right? You lost Canelo Alvarez. That was a while ago. And he off doing his own thing. Ryan, you nearly lost him several times over, right? Where Ryan clearly has been discontent many a times with Golden Boy. To the point where it's public. Before the Oscar Duarte fight, he was saying that Bernard Hopkins and De La Hoya had it out for him and that they really secretly wanted Duarte to knock him out. That's what Ryan was saying. Bernard was doing fight week interviews dissing Ryan, and Ryan was dissing them even at the press conference. And Oscar's like sitting down, rolling his eyes. So it's been very public, this spat, whatever they got going on. But now you have a disgruntled Virgil Ortiz Jr. who was trying to fight Boots. I've already made detailed videos, so please watch those videos to get caught up on the full story. I'm not trying to be rude, but a lot of my videos, there's some continuation, right, on a certain subject matter. So if you're not subscribed, then you're only getting the second half of the story or the third part of the story. You're not really understanding the full spectrum of what's going on, right? So please check out the other content. But then De La Hoya countersued Virgil Ortiz after Team Ortiz, Virgil Ortiz, is suing him. So that whole situation got really messy really quick. And it makes you ask a few questions. When De La Hoya had the relationship with PBC, and then PBC broke off and left HBO and went to Showtime and all that, all but Canelo pretty much left De La Hoya in the dust. Pew! They were out. That's Danny Garcia, Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, Adrian the Problem Broner. Man, AB. Definitely Floyd Mayweather. All the fight, Jermell and Jamal Charlo. All the guys that were working in conjunction with Golden Boy and Richard Schaefer and Al Heyman when PBC broke off and left HBO, they all mostly followed Al Heyman to PBC new home, right? So you got to ask why the fighters didn't stay with Golden Boy. And then Canelo did stay for a couple years, but then he grew disgruntled and then he sued, claiming breach of contract, which is what Virgil Ortiz is doing, and he got out of his contract with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but it's like Top Rank. Top Rank was getting stars to a certain point, and then when they started to get to the level where maybe they can go pay-per-view stars, Top Rank couldn't keep those fighters happy. De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, right? Mikey Garcia. The bigger they got, and when they got to the brink of like stardom, they always end up leaving Top Rank. And then that's what's happening with Golden Boy, right? Canelo left. Ryan clearly sounds like he wants to leave, right? And then now Virgil Ortiz. These are your biggest names because I'm picking Benavidez to beat Zordo Ramirez. So in my view, Benavidez beats Zordo. So you're going to lose Zordo Ramirez in terms of he won't be a champion, right? And then you have Floyd Schofield, and like more unknown Alexis Rochas and stuff like that. But in terms of the heavier hitting names, you're down. You're down bad, especially if what Ryan is saying is true about this is his last fight. But the flip side is he's in a dangerous fight with Barrios. So we really have to see how it even plays out because Ryan could hurt his own stock if he ends up losing, because then it'll be you lost to Tank, you beat Duarte, the Devin Haney fight got erased, and then you lose to Rolly, and this will be a back-to-back loss if you lose to Barrios. So I'm definitely tapped in this weekend. I'm going to be doing the watch party. Come back to my channel this Saturday. This is must-see TV because there's a lot of heavy implications. Ryan Garcia is calling out Devin Haney for a rematch, even though Devin said that the ship has sailed. We don't know, because if Turkey and them are putting the money, then Devin got to follow the money. And I don't think he can argue with Turkey in that way, because then Turkey would just be like, all right, I'll give Ryan a different fight and we're not messing with you. You know what I mean? So definitely a fight you guys who are interested in boxing should be tuned in with, because there's some heavy implications for the winner. Now, if you like the job I did in this video, gain any value from any of my content, make sure you subscribe. My link me to follow all of my social medias is down below, and I will keep you guys posted. But Golden Boy seems to continually have disgruntled fighters and losing their biggest stars. Let me know what you think is the cause. Is De La Hoya, maybe he wants to be in the limelight and do interviews, not handling business? Is it the fighters? You let me know in the comment section. But Ryan says this could very well be his last fight. For more boxing news, subscribe. we unpack. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.